This video gives an explanation to the measurement of the ground floor slab. If we look at the detail, what I've done is colour code the items which are measured in metres cubed, i.e. the concrete slab, the hardcore fill and the sand blinding. That's not shown on the drawing, but it is measured separately. And then the metre squared items, which is the insulation board, the DPM and the power floating to the top side of the concrete. The vertical DPM is not measured, however we will measure the vertical insulation board. So first of all, as we can see, that these calculations will be based on the internal floor area, so we need to work out the internal dims. So we've got the external dimensions, and what we're taking off is twice the composite wall to end up with the internal length and the internal width. So I'm going to use anding on, and what I'm doing is using brackets and anding on to produce some efficient measurements. So I've got my gross internal floor area here. I've measured my concrete slab, so it's the area times the depth of the slab, which is 150. Sorry, on the drawing that should be 100. Then the imported filling of sand volume, and then the hardcore bed. So that's an efficient use of taking off with the use of anding on. So that's all my cubic metre items. Then if we move on to the area items, so again I've got my internal area, so I'm using anding on. Here's my power floating, my damp proof membrane, remember we're not going to measure the vertical, and also my insulation board. So very quickly I've generated 6 items to measure for the ground floor slab. In terms of the vertical board, what I want is to measure the area, so it's going to be the internal perimeter, i.e. the internal girth based on the inside of the blockwork. You've actually already got that, but I've recalculated it here by twice the internal length plus twice the internal width, and then multiplied it by the height of the concrete slab to give me my area of vertical board.